Hey investors, today we're going to be talking about a question I get asked a lot, which is, should you buy an existing property, meaning a second-hand property already there built? It could be a 5, 10, 15-year-old property, or should we get a brand new property? I'll break it down a little bit here, guys, to change it to give you a little bit of a different perspective on how I look at that type of questioning. Do I buy an older place? Do I buy a newer place? Do I buy something that is bigger land, bigger house? These are the questions that everyone's going to go through at some point when they decide to invest. My perspective on this is to, again, change the perspective on your questioning. If you're going to go into investment, number one, have a purpose for your investment, which most of the time you have to ask yourself is, why am I investing in the first place? A lot of people will say, I'm here to make money, better for my retirement. I think it's a good idea. Like, these are very general type of answers, and generally they are correct. People do it because they feel like it's better for them or it's better for their future. One thing I'd say is you need to understand what better for your future actually is, which means you've got to bring a number to that better future. Right now, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're working, you're making money, you're probably paying rent, paying mortgage, but at the end of the day, we invest because one day we want to stop working, and that income from our properties has to replace our income, or at least half of that income. If you start deciding whether established or new property or this, I think first thing is, once you understand the number that you want to get to, for example, if you want to retire in 2,000 a week, you just need to realize how many properties you actually need. By understanding, for example, 2,000 a week will probably require about 3 fully paid off properties. Right now, that doesn't mean now at the very end, whether that was an established place or a new place that you bought 15 years ago, that doesn't mean that they were bad investments, whichever one you pick, because at the very end of the day, you don't actually know which one you're going to have in your portfolio, because it's all about debt management at the end. I could have bought a old 15-year-old property, and by the time I'm 55, I don't have that anymore, right? I could have bought a new, for example, I don't know, apartment, but that's the one I'm going to keep by the time I'm 60. Why? Because that apartment is going to give me what I need, which is income, no debt, and income by the time I retire. So if you're deciding, firstly, if you're going into investment and just trying to decide, should I buy established, should I buy brand new, maybe both will actually do the job for you. You just have to understand that when you go into any deal, whether it's new or old, do your research, which is the most important thing, is your comparable sales. If you want to just buy an established property, old property, because you think it's better, however, you're not doing the sales around it to understand what the price you should be buying it for, then I wouldn't do it. However, same thing with the new property. If you don't know what you're looking for and what the price you're getting it for based on the actual evidence around that suburb, then don't do that either. My whole thing is, whether you buy new or whether you buy old, as long as you get the fundamentals right for either of them, then they'll both make sense. Just also understand that these two properties, whatever you buy, you don't know which one you're going to have by the time you're 55, or by the time you're 60, or by the time you want to retire. So I think the first thing is change your questioning to change your perspective. Then you might go into these things not thinking about whether established is better than new or old is better than new. You're just going in there thinking, okay, which one is best for me at this point? Guys, if you like some of these answers, good thing to do, guys, like, comment, or subscribe, guys, so you can get more of this content. See if it's valuable for you guys and it helps you on your way to building that portfolio.